Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 7. The book which we are doing now is Honeycomb. Unit number 1, 3 questions. I repeat, this is English video session for class 7. The book which we are doing now is Honeycomb. Unit number 1. The name of the chapter is 3 questions. The king wanted to know the answer for 3 questions. What are the 3 questions? What is the right time to begin something? Which people should he listen to? What is the most important thing for him to do? I repeat. 1. What is the right time to begin something? 2. Which people should he listen to? And the third question is, what is the most important thing for him to do? As he did not get answers, he sent messengers throughout the kingdom, and he also promised a lot of gifts, a lot of money to the people who would answer. So what happened? Many wise people came to answer him, but their answers were all totally different. One said, for the first question, what is the first question? What is the right time to begin something? Make a timetable, follow it strictly. Okay. Some it is it is not possible to decide it at once. Okay. The king should avoid all foolish pleasures, and whatever is important only he should do. Okay. Then some said that you have to have a council of wise men to help. Almost, if you see, the answers were all okay, but they were not the best and the right one. Some said it is one man, it is very difficult for the king to decide. So he should take the help of others also at the right time for every action. Council of members, he should always have council of members. What is a council of members? Group of people to advise him. True. Some said that whatever is urgent, you have to complete it. These things could wait. There are things that could wait, but there are sometimes which cannot wait for the decision. He has to take just like that. Okay. And others say he has to think about the future and answer questions and take action. So future is always a thing which nobody can answer. Future is, you can hope, but we cannot say that it will happen. So the king should go to magicians, because magicians know what is future. Sounds stupid, or whether it is reasonable, that's different, but these are the varieties of answers given by the wise men. The second question, the people told the most necessary people to the king. Who are the necessary people? Counselors, priests, doctors, soldiers. And to the third question, some choose science, others choose fighting, and others choose worship. As the answers to these questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. No reward means what? No prizes to anybody. He did not give prizes to anybody. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit. A hermit is a person who lives alone. He lives a very simple, with no comforts. In fact, he lives with nature. Okay. lives there. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He always lived. And in the forest, who will live? Very, very simple people. Hunters, people who gatherers, nomads, who live in hunting and with a very simple hut life. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. What happened? Which he never left. He has not gone away from that place. But he is extremely brilliant in his. If somebody wants, he has some. They have to go to him. He will not go anywhere. He is not after money. He is not after power. No. So the king, as the answers to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, instead, instead of what he did was he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit. He wanted to take the real advice of this hermit who is widely known for his wisdom. His wisdom is incomparable. Nobody can question such a wonderful wisdom. It was totally satisfying. It had answers for everything. That's the power of that hermit. The hermit lived in a wood. Wood is a small forest which he never left. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put on ordinary clothes before he reached the hermit's hut. The king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. Okay, so if he can't go like a king, so he changed his dresses, put on ordinary clothes, a kurta and a small dhoti, removed all his jewelry, left his horse, and he started walking alone to the hermit's hut in the forest. As the king came near the hermit's hut, see what happens. He saw the hermit digging the ground. What digging the ground? He's making beds. Maybe he's planting trees in front of the hut. So, what he's doing? Look at the picture. The hermit. Here is the house of the hermit. An old man. Everywhere you have trees. He's digging beds. The king coming in ordinary clothes. No horse, no jewelry. Yes? See the picture. Yes? They are talking to each other. You can also see the king showing the three fingers, which means the three questions which he is asking. Okay. You can see the hermit, very old man. You could see the white beard, white hair, grey hair. Okay, quite old. And he was having his spade with him. You see the spade in his hand? This is to dig the beds. He greeted the king and continued digging. He asked, "Please come." He welcomed whoever it is. That is the culture. And continued digging. The hermit was old and weak. Look at the spelling of weak. W-E-A-K. What is this weak? He's so tired. Weak. Body is very weak because an old man cannot. He has to take rest. He has to do less work. But digging involves a lot of hard work. He shouldn't do it actually. So he's feeling tired. So what happens? He's breathing heavily. He is making He's breathing very hard. Okay. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer the three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? Look at the questions asked by the king. The king went up to the hermit. He goes there and asks, what does he come for? Three questions I want answers. Can you tell me? How can I learn the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? Beautiful questions. The hermit listened to the king. So what is he doing? He's listening to that, but did not speak. He's not giving answer. He went on digging. He continued digging means continued is to work. You are tired. Who is saying this to whom? The king is saying to the old hermit. Said the king, let me take the spade and work in your place. So what will I do? You give me your spade, I will work. You can't, you're tired, you're breathing heavily, you're old, you shouldn't do it. I shall do this work for you. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. Then he sat on the ground. Okay, so he said, it's okay, thank you for helping me. And he sat on the ground means what? To take rest. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. Then he sat down on the ground. When the king has dug two beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer but stood up, stretching out his hands for the spade, and said, now you rest, let me work. So now he has taken the little time to rest. So what is he telling the king? Now it's time you take rest, king. I'll do the work. The king did not reveal that he is the king, but like an ordinary man, he is asking his questions. But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. Okay. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I came to you, wise men, for an answer to my questions. If you can if you can give me no answer, tell me so. I'll return home. If you are not ready to give me an answer, or if you are not interested, or if you don't know, no props. Okay, I'll go home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. You can also see somebody, suddenly at that time, somebody is coming running. So, after digging two beds, he stopped and repeated his question. The hermit gave no answer, but he stretched his hand for the spade and said, now you take rest and let me work. The king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. Okay? 1 hour passed, then another. So when he started doing his work, the time just was flying. The sun went down the trees. What happened? It is almost becoming dark. And at last the king struck the spade on the ground and asked him, see, I came, you wise man, to get the answer for these three questions. If you can't answer, no problem. Tell me, I will go back. Suddenly they saw a man. Here comes a man, someone running. Let's see, said the hermit. Who is this who is running? What happened to this man? Is he known to us? Is he hurt? Why is he running towards them? Let's see. Why did the king want to know the answer to the three questions? Because he can be a better king. He can rule the country better. He can make good ruling in his place. Messengers were sent throughout the kingdom to fetch wise men, to find answer to the question, to look for the wise hermit, to announce a reward for those who could answer the questions, to announce a reward for those who could answer the questions. Okay? So with this I stop. Tomorrow when you come to the class, please read the part 1, part 2 of the 3 questions and come prepared. We shall start from a little brushing up of the past and to continue with part 2. Hope you understood till this. I stop here. Thank you.